Giles, did you chat to the banks at all through this period with regards to getting relief?
So to answer your question, I suppose one needs context. We're a small fund, and I think obviously listed funds are going to be dealing with the banks differently. And again, your question is now, let's call it middle of July, understanding we went into lockdown end of March.
And you're with various banks. It's not like you're all...
Correct. So, we actually bank with Investec and Nedbank. And, in terms of approaching relief, I think the relief that the smaller landlords like ourselves got was on a case-by-case basis with the banks. The banks were open to providing the relief. I think that the view has largely been to get the country through the crisis, to get business through the crisis, that everyone needs to give a bit. And my sense was the banks gave, but a bit. And I suppose they expected landlords to give a bit, and they expected tenants to give a bit. The relief that be provided by a bank is only in the, let's call it the monthly installment that you pay to the bank. Banking relief comes with a suspension of that full monthly payment, whether they suspend the whole payment or a portion of the payment. When you commit to a bank, you're committing to pay them 60 installments of a certain amount. During the COVID period, banks said, right, for a 3-month period, we are going to suspend part of it. It's done on an application basis. It will depend on your relationship with the bank. And if the bank provides relief, it's a temporary relief to allow the landlords to provide some relief to the tenants, which allows the tenants to provide, let's say, to see them through the difficult period where there is a suspension in trading.
We have a standing agreement with the bank. We have agreed to a set of obligations. The bank has agreed a set of obligations to us. They are going to provide us a loan facility that we can deploy into acquire buildings, operating buildings, and operating our business. Similarly, at the point that the lockdown happened, we went back to the bank to revisit that contract and see whether or not there was appetite for them to consider any variation away from that agreement. Now, to say that there's a blanket way of dealing with the tenant's lease would be wrong, because I think we have a set of obligations to tenants to us, and on a case-by-case basis, we needed to sit down with tenants to see what appetite each party had to amend that agreement temporarily in the short term to assist one another deal with, unprecedented situation that no one had anticipated.